Big Bull Bronson. I don't know what the fuck you're doing, but I'm drinking at Moe's. Check us out.
All right, everybody, welcome to Drinkin' at Moe's. The host, Big Mo, here. I got with me a guy, in the ring, pretty intimidating presence. Gotta admit, Bull Bronson. How the hell you doing?
I'm good. What's going on, Big Mo?
Oh, not too much. Things picking up for the show. I got another pretty nice opportunity with the Nebraska Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame and their induction night that they're also having a wrestling show at day after tomorrow. So pretty excited about that. So all in all, pretty good.
Hell yeah, man. Sounds awesome. I don't know coming up till I think July 17th, Wrestling for a Cure, Springfield, Illinois.
Nice. Oh, you kind of cut out there.
Springfield taking on Big Yoder. And they're I guess he's a champion or something up there. I don't know. Just another ass to kick. No paycheck.
No, yeah. One thing I like to start off with each of my guests with is what got you started as a fan, and then what got you to make the leap into joining the business?
The fandom started, man. I was young. I had a cousin who, he was he was in a wheelchair. He was real bad off, but he was. It was one thing that just got him pumped up. He get so excited. So as a kid, him being excited got me excited. I started watching wrestling with him, and then my godfather saw that I was interested in it and started taking me to the shows all over Chicago for as long as I can remember. We had so many. Every time the WWF was in the area, we were there.
Yeah,
that's pretty much started all, man. Hulkamania,
Oh yeah. Nope, I was starting off right around the same time. Big Hulkamaniac back then. I was also big into the Road Warriors. Oh man, I got to see them live at a Monday Night Raw here in Omaha once, and I don't think I've ever had it happen again where that night when their music hit, I was on my feet from the moment the music hit to the moment they went to the back. I don't think I've ever had that happen again, but it happened with them because they were my absolute favorite.
Man, they're awesome. Road Warriors are the best, bro. Awesome.
Oh, I know a handful of people that have got to meet either one or both of them, and I'm like, oh, damn, color me jealous right now.
I think I wrestled the show with Animal in Fort Wayne, Indiana, the Heroes and Legends. He was a pretty nice guy. Kind of crazy. He was there. Demolition was there. It was awesome.
Oh, boy. Yeah, that sounds like a nice show. I know when doing my homework for the episode, there's a few things we'll talk about later, but I noticed a lot with the deathmatch wrestling, and there's some of the names of some of those matches that I'm like, okay, I need to ask him about these. Like, there was a home run derby death match, and I'm like, in my head, I'm thinking like barbed wire baseball bats and shit.
Well, it was mostly like wiffle ball bats, but like wrapped in barbed wire or wrapped in thumbtacks. I think I lit one on fire, hit somebody with it. So it was just a bunch of gimmicked up wiffle ball bats.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm like, damn, I wonder what the hell was all involved there? Because, I mean, I'm a bit of a deathmatch fan, so, I can appreciate it. I even got to interview one of my favorites and one that's widely considered one of the best active ones out there right now, Alex Colon.
Nice.
Got to interview him a week or two ago, and I actually now own his old kick pads. He signed them and sent them.
Nice.
So like,
and I've never got to meet the guy, but I enjoy watching his work, man. He's legit badass. I love badasses in wrestling. That's what wrestling needs is badasses. Alex Cohen, Bill.
Oh yeah, no, him, and I mean, if we're just talking active ones, you know, there's always people discuss the likes of him or John Wayne Murdoch, or the god of this shit, Nick Gage. So many, like GCW alone has.
Man, right now the scene is just on fire. Akira, Schlack, John Wayne Murdoch, Satu Jin is on fire. There's so many good names in the game right now. Just like Ball's a badass. I love watching that dude. I love watching big dudes. So I love watching do his thing. Casanova Valentine. You know, there's so many good names. I just heard Mason Cutter might be coming back. That's that's super exciting for me. I can't wait to see him back in the ring. With him, but I'm happy to take Mason.
Yeah, no, that a lot of great names out there, and I know you mentioned Akira. I need to get back in touch with him because I talked with him about possibly being on, and he was in the process of moving at the time. So, you know, he told me to just wait a couple weeks until he gets all that settled.
Yeah, but, I really the dude's a badass. He's got something, you know, that just makes me want to hate him. Like, I don't know, he's pretty. I want to make him fucking hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like, where you just want to destroy something beautiful. That's how I feel about Akira's ass.
And I mean, you talking about beautiful stuff. That you know, that girlfriend of his ain't bad looking herself.
Who is he dating? Masha? Is that
Masha? Yeah, Masha Slamovich.
I've never met her. I might have met her actually. I smoke a lot of weed. I don't remember half people.
Yeah.
Too, man, in the game. Have you seen Blood Money Brian Richards wrestle yet? That kid fucking bleeds buckets. He's all over the place. I'm probably scared of that kid.
I might need to look him up. He's one that I'll be honest and admit I have not watched some of his stuff, but I will be looking him up as soon as we're done.
Yeah, he's up and coming. He just had a killer match with Ray Waddell at NF Fight Underground. Banger with Eric Dillinger in Knoxville. That shit was fucking good. We tagged together, so I'm a little biased on him, but I think the kid's fucking, he's on his way, man. I'm proud of him. He got standing ovation at the last show. Fuck, who gets standing ovations in wrestling anymore? Fucking kid. So.
Oh yeah, no, standing ovations. You know, you did something good with the wrestling credit if you're getting one of those.
Sure.
Another match type, I mean, I'm kind of familiar with because one of my good friends, he's actually been in this type of match twice for a promotion here in, well, the Omaha area that they've only ever had two, and he's been in both. The Taipei Death Match. What was that like? Because holy shit. Like, I know from watching my friend's stuff, it's like, goddamn.
Stars from Taipei, man. That's it is what it is, man. I've done like 4 of them, I think, 3 or 4 of them, maybe 5 of them. Man, they hurt though. There's no faking getting hit in the head with glass. You know what I mean? Like, especially we just break beer bottles and fucking go at it like savages. So the shit, it's dangerous. Like I've had my shit split from a piece of glass. I took on Crazy Mary. She busted me wide the fuck open with a fucking glass fist.
Yeah.
Who else? I said Crazy Mary, but I did wrestle her Taipei. But I was talking about Mickey Knuckles. Me and her just had a Taipei. That was fucking fantastic. I love Mickey.
I've also talked with her. I just got to nail down a date to do that one. Another type of match that, like, I'm curious about, because like, you know, there's so many variations of death matches out there, but this 4 pits of hell, I'm like, okay, I got to hear about this.
Well, the pits are just usually boxes filled with either like glass tubes or thumbtacks or barbed wire, just whatever's in the box pit that you throw your opponent in. So it could be anything, man. You can change it up to whatever your mind can come up with.
Huh. That is interesting. Like, hopefully those are at least on YouTube, because I kind of want to watch that.
I mean, you get like pits of Legos, pit of fire, pit of glass, pit of thumb, pit of barbed wire, just whatever you come up with.
I gotta admit, that's kind of how I had it in my head. That it was kind of similar to that. Now, another one you brought up, Anna Fight Underground. I saw this fight for a brass knuckles title, and I'm like, I've heard of a few of those, but then I'm like, I always have in my head, there's like, are they actually using brass knuckles in the match?
No, I mean, I don't think so. We did in our match. I think that match I took a drill to the head against High Blade, drilled me in the forehead. That yeah, the brass knuckles thing, it's more of a just like, you know, hard ass, like, you know.
Okay. Well, make you know, kind of the I don't mind cussing on my show, badass motherfucker title.
Yeah, basically it'd be AMF world title.
Though, yep, nope, that would fit perfectly. One thing I was curious about, you know, seeing all the death matches in there, was there are, as there is for a lot of the different genres of wrestling, people that support it, people that are a bit of a detractor. There are those that compare deathmatch wrestling to, you know, garbage backyard wrestling. Like I've said, I'm a fan, because when you do it the way that people are now, like Alex Colon, John Wayne Murdoch, Nick Gage, you know, that those guys are people that, yeah, they do the death matches, but they can also go.
Yeah, hell yeah. I've been an NWA Mid-South Heavyweight Champion 5 times. I started out doing regular wrestling. The reason I switched to deathmatch, I've always loved death matches, but man, I was tired of working these fucking shitty kids that couldn't whoop my ass in a fight if I fucking fell asleep during it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I liked competition. I want a motherfucker to hit me. I want to be able to hit a motherfucker back. I don't want to cry about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I like weapons. I'm with it. I love it. Like, the people that don't like deathmatch, I get it. I'm not trying to force it down their throat. Like, it's a dream fucking thing. Like, yeah, people understand that we're taking light tubes to the head or barbed wire or fucking gusset plates or just whatever. You know, it doesn't make sense. The normal people, I can see why they're like, you're fucking crazy. You're dumb. What are you doing? But people just don't have the violence in them like we do. You know what I mean? Like, I have to get that violence out. If it wasn't for wrestling, I'd be in fucking prison, bro, because I'm mad. If I wasn't able to 2-3 times a month take my fucking anger out on somebody in the ring legally, no telling where I'd be, for real.
Oh no, I can totally understand you there. Even like wrestling in general is a good way to kind of channel aggression. Oh, yeah. Even more so for deathmatch, because you got all the intensity and all the variations of stuff you can do in those. Very good.
Blood, man. Just something about blood fucking gets me right where I want to be. You know what I mean? Like, my own blood, someone else's blood, let's just fucking bleed. I'm with it.
No, yeah. No, I mean, I remember here recently they had a promotion, what they called a prisoner of war match. Was, if for anybody that hasn't watched the footage of the show, it is basically a War Games match without the cage. So like everywhere, kind of similar to how GCW had their Art of War Games.
Okay.
Like that without the cage. And like people, like same way people would get let in every so often. But before that, they were all, besides the people starting, they were all handcuffed to different parts of the ring. And got let loose, you got to bring something in with you. And somebody hit a guy with a big old bundle of light tubes, and when they came back in, because they were actually out in the street, and they came back in, and I was sitting down because I came back in from watching, and the guy was like caked in blood, and like he got hit in the face and sold it great, but he was right in front of me, and all like a big old portion of the blood just went right onto me, all over my shirt, onto my phone. It was something else.
Last week I went to get into the ring after Brian Richards' match, and I stepped in the ring and there was fucking just 3 or 4 puddles of his blood just sopping up. Like, what the fuck, guys? It's over there with a towel. What the fuck, man? I'm not bumping this shit. Fucking cold blood. Get out of here. What the fuck? But yeah, man. Just the sight of blood, man, it gets me excited. Fucking.
Oh yeah, nope. I'm the same way. I know when GCW had their series of matches over the 4th of July weekend. I'm one to say it was the first one, the DOA show, where at one point, due to like the various matches, because there could be blood in any one of their damn matches, but at one point, like I believe it might have been right after intermission, the sheer amount of blood all over that canvas, I'm like, holy shit, this is all.
Bring the Red Cross out, fucking scoop that shit up. Donations for days.
Oh man, yeah, but I still have yet to finish the we kind of brought up Backyard, their little 4th of July like barbecue backyard show. I have it, but I need to finish it.
I don't even watch wrestling hardly anymore, man. Like I got so burnt out on wrestling. All I did for fucking 20 years was just study tapes and watch wrestling. Now I throw on, especially if it's like the WWE parts or something, I throw that shit on and I'm asleep before I even know what the fuck happened. Like, if I do watch wrestling, it's usually clips on YouTube. Just my attention span's fucked.
Nope, I get you there. I mean, when you've watched the sheer amount that, I know you have, and I have, you go through times where, you don't watch as much. I've definitely had my periods where, like, in between when I graduated college before the Navy, and then when I got to San Diego where I was stationed, I had a period where I kind of lapsed a little bit. I didn't watch as much. And then I get to San Diego and I'm like, I hear about all these independent shows all throughout Southern California. I want to see if I can find one. So I just Googled pro wrestling in San Diego. And I've become friends with a handful of them. I've interviewed like a good 3 or 4 of them that were involved in like my first 2 ever independent shows.
Oh yeah.
So definitely some nice. Oh, you kind of cut out.
I'm sorry. I love indie wrestling, man. There's so much heart in indie wrestling.
Oh yeah.
It's nothing. You walk in that building and them dudes doing this shit for you are there because they love it. They're not there because they're making fucking big paydays or endorsements or any fucking thing else. But we're there to love this shit.
Oh yeah, no, that is true. And the way I like to talk with people that haven't really gone to independent shows, they've mostly gone to the national promotions. But I tell them, you know, how much you see people paying for those front row seats at those big shows, for like especially the big pay-per-views, they're shoveling out a couple $100. But then you get to these independent shows and you might at most pay like $20-$25 and you're right up there.
Yeah. It's the difference between seeing Metallica in an arena and seeing Metallica in a bar. It's the difference. You know what I mean? It's like, it's up personal. It's intimate. Like the wrestlers are talking shit to you while they're in the ring. Like you're just a part of the crowd. You're a part of the show.
Oh yeah. Nope. I have definitely experienced a lot of that in all stages of me watching independent wrestling. Like I know I've joked with people here in Omaha at shows. I'm like, my goal at one point in the show, whether it's a ref, a wrestler, a manager, a commentator, or whoever it might be, I want to get them to crack. I'm going to say something to just get them laughing when they shouldn't be. And one time I remember the opening bell hadn't even rung, and they were a ref or a ring announcer, somebody was doing something in the ring, and I yelled out something goofy. I don't even remember what it was, but I got one of the photographers at the ring to just look at me and just almost do a spit take. I'm like, yes.
Fuck yeah. Dude, I'd love to engage the crowd as much as I can during my matches. I'll talk shit to the crowd as much as possible. I encourage it back. Like, fucking let's have fun doing this. I'm here to have fun. You're here to watch. You're here to have fun. Let's fucking have a good time.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Usually the bad guy, fucking big and pissed off, out there just talking shit to people.
Yeah.
But I'm all ring fucking trying to make my opponent fucking laugh half the time, half the shit I say, or the referee, or just whoever I can, man. I'm out there to have a good time, whip some ass and have fun. Like, I don't get paid enough not to. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. No, definitely. And, like you talk about getting the crowd involved. Without me even knowing, one time, one of my friends that wrestles here in the area, he was in a match, and I don't think it was an anything goes, but they were all throughout the ringside area, and before I know it, he is throwing his opponent onto my lap and yells for me to hold his arms back, and I'm like, okay.
Hell yeah, man, get you involved. That's what it's about. Having a good time. Awesome. That's good shit. I didn't know there was many promotions out in Nebraska. That's one state I've never worked, man. I need to come out there. I got a buddy that lives in Omaha anyway. You go see his ass.
Hey, that's actually where I live right now. There's in Omaha itself, there's 2 promotions that are like full-time Omaha. Then there's one that the Nebraska Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame is actually having a show with a promotion. They're kind of doing it like the WWE Hall of Fame, where like there's maybe a show before, like they did this year, and then they have their induction night after.
Nice.
So you said you had a friend here in Omaha. Who might that be?
It's just a guy I went to high school with, just a buddy of mine. Today, he's not in the business or anything.
Oh, gotcha. I was curious if he might have been. I like to kind of also talk with each of my guests about what is a day in the life like for you outside of wrestling.
That's hilarious. People would never expect that. I just hang out with my kids all day. I work from home, so I work on a computer and I fucking hang out with my kids. We watch fucking comic book movies, read comic books. I fucking me and my son collect action figures. Like I got an 18-year-old daughter living with me right now, and fucking 2 little boys living with me. And man, my day of my life is pretty fucking boring. I just get up, drink coffee, smoke some weed, go to work, fucking do my thing. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, nothing wrong with that. I know you brought up collecting action figures. I'm slowly getting inching my way into that with actual action figures. I'm mostly doing wrestlers that I talk to for the show, or that I'm just going to end up meeting at a meet and greet. If I know they have one, I'll get it, have them sign it.
Oh yeah.
Then there's also slowly getting into the Funko Pops. I think I have about 12.
See, I was into Funko Pops for a while and had to get out of them because there's just too many. Like right now, I collect the G.I. Joe Classified series. I'm a huge G.I. Joe. I'm collecting the Masters of the Universe Revelations figures, the Kevin Smith show. What else I got? I collect Marvel Legends, so I've got loads of X-Men and Captain America and fucking Spider-Man and shit. And then the DC McFarlane I've been collecting too. So,
hey, I know. I think Alex Cologne told me about him doing a lot of those DC ones. I know when it comes to Funko Pops, for me, I know there with the sheer amount of them in there that if I tried to collect a little bit of everything, I'd run out of space pretty damn quick. Yeah. So I'm trying to go with the I have specific genres that I'm going for. I got my wrestling ones. That I got a Stone Cold one that I rather like because I'm such a big Stone Cold fan. But I also got some Marvel, a lot of the Avengers lineup. Outside of Avengers, I got a Deadpool. I want to get a bunch of the different Deadpool variations that they have.
And so I don't collect Marvel because of bobbleheads. And my son will fucking heads off of my 3-year-old. Rip the heads off of my heartbeat. But I got a bunch of horror figure ones. See if I can show you a couple here. Let's turn my video around.
Ooh. Yeah.
Ready, some Killer Clowns from Outer Space, Hannibal Lecter. There's a bunch of different shit. Then I got some Dungeons and Dragons shit because I'm a fucking nerd. Jane Silent Bob because I'm fucking with it. But yeah, I've got tons of. I got more put up in a fucking box than I got put out because I still have room for all this shit.
Yeah, yeah. I was gonna say I have my wrestling ones. I'm like I said, relatively small, but I think I got a pretty good start with. I met Hangman Adam Page at the World of Wheels when it came to Omaha, and I got one of his figures signed. When I went to a show, got invited to Warrior Wrestling in St. Louis, I knew that Lance Archer was going to be there, so I got one of his, and then Jeff Cobb was selling some of his, so I got one of him. So I got a decent little start.
Oh yeah, that's what's up. That is what's up. I like that. I like driving independent workers figures when they come out, man. Necro Butcher just put out a figure and fucking sold out so fast I wasn't able to get it. But that would have been awesome.
Oh yeah, that would have been a nice one to get. I've tried. I know at the Nebraska Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame deal, the show. Well, he's going to be there for the whole day. But James Storm is going to be there in the show and stuff. And I've been trying to find one of his, but literally any one of them, the cheapest I've found is maybe getting upwards of $200. And I'm like, damn, yeah, no. As much as I want that, I can't.
Yeah, it's hard to pull the trigger on for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I've had. I don't think I've really ever spent that much right now because I guess most of my ones are pretty common, but I'm like, you know what? I just want to, be able to display it and, have a cool story like, oh, that's signed. Yeah. Like, yeah, I remember when I met that guy.
Oh, yeah.
It's all about the story for me.
Man, I used to live my life for the stories. That's literally was my motto until at least until I was probably about 30 years old. It was just to live for the story, man. Just make as many crazy fucking memories as possible.
Oh yeah, I definitely.
I don't remember half of them now.
Yeah, I've been there. I've definitely lived my life like that. Like before I met my wife, there was a time I went to a Dierks Bentley concert here across the river from Omaha. And I went crazy early just to see how close I could get. Before I know it, he's like pointing over at me because he was asking where his beer drinkers were at. And I'm screaming. Before I know it, helping the security guys get me over the barricade. And I'm just, the entire time I'm walking up to the stage, I'm like, somebody get a picture of this because there ain't no way anybody's going to believe me. But shotgun a beer on stage with them. And I literally in my basement right now, when I get everything set up, I have a signed Dierks Bentley electric guitar down there. And I'm like, oh.
Fuck yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, no, I'm rather proud of that one. And you know what? I think recently I actually, when digging through some of my stuff, sorting out stuff that we had in the garage, I actually found the beer can.
Oh, yeah.
Apparently I still have it. I didn't know I still had it.
That's cool as shit. I couldn't tell you a Dierks Bentley song, but that's fucking awesome, man.
Oh, one of my absolute favorite country singers right now. I'm big into country. Like, funny thing, before I went into the Navy, I wasn't really, but I started listening to a country station down there, and I was away from everybody for what was going to be the longest time ever, and getting homesick. Listening to those songs on the station, I felt less homesick, and then I've been a big country fan ever since.
I can dig some older country, man. Like I'm everyone's a fan of Garth Brooks. I love some Hank Jr. and some Willie and shit like that, man. I get down with it. I listen to all kinds of different shit. Actually, people are usually surprised when they listen to music with me because I listen to a lot of man, I love 70s music. I love old like 70s folk music, and I listen to a bunch of classic rock and shit like that. I listen to rap, a little bit of everything.
Oh yeah, no, I am definitely kind of that way myself. People don't really expect with me to have too much rap music on my playlist, but a lot of the newer stuff, yeah, I don't listen to it because it literally seems like all anybody has to do to be a rapper these days is put little and then something in that, and then boom, you're a rapper. It doesn't seem like there's a whole lot of talent to it anymore. So the rap I listen to is, I guess, considered old school.
Yeah. See, new guys, I listen to like Action Bronson and J. Cole, Chance or shit like that. Like, there's some good shit out there. You're just gonna find it.
Oh yeah.
Based.
Oh yeah. No, that is true. There is good stuff out there if you go and look.
Yeah, like Lil Uzi, Lil Yachty, Lil fucking mumble rappers and shit.
Oh god. Like I made a TikTok where I basically said, I made the joke that like anybody could be a mumble rapper. And then I literally just made myself look goofy as hell. I found a instrumental to play in the background. And then I literally just wrote a bunch of nonsense and made it rhyme. And it ended up being one of my more popular TikToks I've had recently.
That's all hilarious.
Oh man, I remember when I originally wrote it down. Like I had some downtime at work, and I literally wrote it in maybe like 5 minutes.
It's about how much talent that shit takes, man. It's fucking ridiculous.
So, but I do have 2 categories that I like to kind of round off the show. And first one, I've renamed it just a name game where I name off some people. You give me your thoughts on them. I used to call it the speed round, but to be quite honest, it never ended up going that quick. So I figured, you know what, name game, we'll change it. And I like to tailor it to people that my guests have actually shared the ring with, whether teaming with them, going up against them, all that.
Okay.
First off, 2 guys that I am actually pretty good friends with, and at least one of them was able to actually make it to my wedding. Guns and Beard, Bo Gott and Duke Cornell.
Oh man, I know Duke pretty good. I fucking love that dude, man. He's making moves up north too. That guy is one of the best dudes on the scene, to be honest.
Oh yeah.
I have nothing but good shit to say about Duke, man. Except I don't see him enough. I'd like to do more with him.
Oh yeah, no, he's definitely a busy guy right now.
What's his tag team's name?
Well, at the time it was Bo Gott.
Man, my memory is shit.
It was up there, I believe, when I was doing my homework. It was up there in what then Fully Loaded Wrestling up in North Dakota.
Yeah.
But yeah, Duke Cornell, pretty good find. Same with Bo Gott. Bo Gott was actually the guy that threw the guy onto my lap and told me to hold his arms back.
Okay.
And Duke Cornell, I need to re-record with him because there was a technical issue, but love him. And he's definitely got a good work ethic when it comes to the wrestling, because he's freaking everywhere.
Yeah, dude's a badass, man. Fucking Duke Cornell's awesome. Oh, he needs more money for what he does. I'll tell you that.
I've definitely said before about him that the fact that he isn't more nationally known baffles me.
Yeah, I don't know, man. He's a travel more or something. He just needs to get his name out there. People need to know who he is, for sure.
Yep, definitely. Next person on the list, we a little bit about him. The Duke of Hardcore, John Wayne Murdoch.
And John Wayne's fucking awesome. That dude's so laid back and cool, man. And then he gets in the ring and he's just a fucking monster. It's awesome. John Wayne, he beat me in the 2014 King of Death matches, which I was fucking just honored to be there, to be honest. I mean, but yeah, I'd like a rematch against him. I'd like another shot at John Wayne Murdoch, which probably be able to happen pretty soon, hopefully. But yeah, he's the coolest fucking dude, man. There's a reason he's everywhere, and it's because he's fucking awesome. He's got a good personality. He's fucking easy to talk to. Dude's cool as shit.
Oh yeah, we've hit some snags with having him on the show, but literally every time I've talked with him, been nothing but pleasant. And everything I hear about him from other people is like, yeah, outside of the ring, pleasant, just great to be around. But then you get that camera hits, and it's like, boom.
What else I like about John is he's not afraid to say what the fuck is on his mind. If he doesn't like you, you'll fucking know it. If he doesn't agree with something you do it, you'll fucking know it.
Yeah.
And I fucking admire that, man. He's not afraid to speak his fucking mind. I like that.
Oh yeah, no, I definitely admire that quality myself, because, one thing that, I mean, oh, hello. But like I was saying, one thing you run into, like pretty much anywhere, but I definitely ran into it with, some of my interactions in wrestling, is you have those people that'll tell you one thing, but then when they're not around you, they're saying a whole different thing. And, I definitely get that image with John Wayne Murdoch in particular, that, you definitely aren't going to have to worry about what he thinks about you, because you're going to know.
For sure. Absolutely. Which is a breath of fresh air in this business.
Oh, yeah, totally. Next one on the list, person that you've shared another death match with, Mickey Knuckles.
Man, Mickey's fucking... Dude, she's like the godmother in the dressing room. You know what I'm saying? Mickey's just... She knows the business. She's been around the business. She's fucking still the coolest fucking chick, man. She's so much fun to be around. She's Aunt Mickey, you know what I'm saying? It's literally Aunt Mickey. Like, she's fucking awesome. I love Mickey. I love getting in the ring with Mickey. Mickey, most guys have a problem with fucking intergender matches and shit like that. There's some girls that I would not want to lose to. Bro, Mickey Knuckles could whip my ass any night of the week, and I'm fucking A-okay with it. I would put her over for the rest of my life. She's the fucking best.
Oh, yeah. Nope. I've definitely been she actually follows me on Twitter. There's, as busy as a lot of independent wrestlers get between their shoot jobs and, being out sometimes every weekend, been a little bit of a message tag, but hey, I'm hoping here soon that I have her on, because one thing I was going to talk that you mentioned about was, like I kind of mentioned with deathmatch wrestling, there's people that are fans of the intergender matches. There are people that are detractors. But I actually discussed this with Billy Starks just the other day, where I'm like, you know what? The way I look at it is, people always talk about wanting equality, wanting, fair treatment and equality for everybody. And I think, there's a lot of female talent out there that can really go. And you know what? If they want equality, what better way to get that equality and prove that, hey, I can go with the best of the guys than getting in there for an intergender match and showing everybody.
Yeah, and it's not like this is the UFC where it's fucking weight classes and fucking jiu-jitsu and it's pro wrestling, man. We're all here to fucking put on a show, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Oh, definitely. And, she's one that has definitely proven that, she can go with the guys.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She just wrestled John Wayne Murdoch, actually. That's Thursday.
I saw. So I'm going to have to rewatch that one. But, yeah.
For sure.
But next on the list, Madman Pondo.
I've learned so much from Madman Pondo. So much, man. He's so just laid back and easy. Man, Pondo's just... I keep saying everybody's so cool and shit, but man, Pondo... It's hard to explain how... I was starstruck when I first met Pondo. Like, I'm a judge going way back. I've known who fucking Pondo was since I was 15, 16 years old. You know what I'm saying? Like, been watching him do his thing forever. And when I met him, he was just so fucking down to earth and so real. And now, like, I get to call him my friend. You know what I'm saying? Like, Pondo's my friend. Like, and I appreciate Pondo. Pondo's done so much for the business and so much to fucking put people over and help people out. And Pondo is another one who doesn't get near enough recognition for what he should get. He's a fucking legend. Pondo was a goddamn...
Oh, I completely agree. Definitely a legend, not just with death matches, but just wrestling in general. He's a damn legend.
Yeah. He's been around like 95, probably 94, I think.
I was wanting to say, yeah, something like that.
With his Hawaiian shorts and shit. Like, he's been doing his thing for a long fucking time. He's been everywhere. He's lived fucking best life. Off of You can't hate on that.
Oh yeah, definitely can't. Next cat I have is kind of a random question round. Could be wrestling related, could not be. You just answer how you see fit.
Cool.
All right. First one. One weapon that you would like to avoid getting used on you in a match if you could.
Getting used on me. Fire fucking sucks. Light tubes fucking suck. Light tubes are horrible, but just picking that glass out of your fucking head for the next fucking 2 weeks, the pain in the ass. I don't know. As long as the fucking weapon's not being used on my feet, I'm fucking good, really. Like, I don't want to do fucking barefoot anything ever.
Oh, yeah, no. People that, especially with death matches that do those barefoot, I'm like, God damn, how?
Goddamn Necro does every match barefoot. He's fucking crazy.
That's one thing I've always, every Necro Butcher match I've seen, I'm like, God damn, some of the stuff that guy's been through, and he's done it all barefoot. I'm like, oh.
Yeah. Hey, Necro, you can borrow my boots, buddy.
Yeah. We'll try to get him his eyes on the show. I mean, I wouldn't having him on the show, actually, but we'll see. But,
probably do it.
Hey. Next one. Craziest in-match moment.
I lit my dick on fire on Thursday. Pretty fucking crazy. I don't know, man. I've been lucky in wrestling. I've never had any major injuries. I watched a guy get paralyzed one time. That's probably the fucking craziest thing that's ever happened in wrestling. Dude took a splash to a table off the top rope and fucking paralyzed him from the fucking belly down, basically.
Oh, jeez.
Life. That's probably the craziest shit I've ever seen.
That's pretty damn crazy. I know I've witnessed a guy having to get stretchered out, and the guy that actually made my best man, he was in a multi-person ladder match, and they had a ladder bridge between the ring apron and the guardrail, and he had him on his back, and then they went and he jumped onto the ladder and it just caved in. Yeah, I was on the opposite side of the ring from when it happened, but I just remember watching, and all of a sudden ladder caved in and they disappeared. And I'm like, oh shit.
I watched that shit with Travis Dykes and Josh Crane where they use those fucking industrial fucking staples on them and they fucking rip open. Man, I don't know. I've seen people shit their pants in the ring. I've seen all kinds of stuff, man. Rest crazy business.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing that Revival match with Alex Colon and John Wayne Murdoch, and they had the section of the cage that was laying kind of almost bridged between the ring and the guardrail, and I guess it had a pane of glass on it, and Alex Colon gets flipped over the top rope, lands on the pane of glass, but then the chain link on that fence panel broke off, and he just splat on the concrete. I'm like, shit.
God damn. Alex Colon's a beast, bro. Whew.
Oh, totally. And
the next fucking day.
No. And well, going back to the last question, him again, he told me that the one weapon he wouldn't want to get used on him was actually toothpicks.
Oh yeah. Fuck that. I'm with him. No toothpicks.
Oh yeah. And we discussed it where it's if you use it on a place even your head, really, if it gets in there at the wrong angle and you try to break off and you break off the wrong piece, you got that thing embedded in you.
Yeah, it's gonna get infected and every fucking thing else.
Oh, yeah.
But most toothpicks are covered in bird shit.
Mm. Yeah, and I remember in St. Louis, I went on the Budweiser brewery tour, and they mentioned that, I didn't realize this before, but the wood that they use is actually the same wood used in like toothpicks, popsicle sticks, all that stuff.
Yeah. That shit is not sanitary.
Next one. Favorite thing for after a match, like a drink, food, whatever.
I always have to smoke a cigarette as soon as I come to the back, and then pound some water. My favorite thing to do from like the Anna fight shows, I stop at Don Taco. It's this little fucking taco spot, and fuck on my way home every fucking time. That's probably my only ritual though. I like to leave the venue and go get some food and head home.
That's just gonna be it. You're just grounded. Why? Because you just showed your penis to the whole damn family, Derek. But it was a gender reveal party, Dad. For the baby! We're supposed to reveal the baby's gender. Everybody knows your gender, Derek. Oh, shit.
Soft kitty, warm kitty, little ball of fur. Happy kitty, sleepy kitty, purr. Oh, fuck!
I don't drink as much anymore as I did, like, especially during my time in the Navy. I mean, I had my crazy drinking stories there. So.
Hell yeah.
I remember going picture for picture with the British Navy over in Bahrain, and yeah, I was definitely hammered at the end of that.
Hell yeah.
But I mean, those guys can drink every so often out at sea, and for the United States Navy, it's like you have to be out at sea without hitting a port for like so many days, and then you get like 2. And I remember I had only ever heard of that, but then we went on deployment, and I actually ended up being one of the people that helped load the beer for that onto the ship.
Oh yeah.
But we got close. We got within like a couple days of that mark once, and then we went into port, and we're like, damn it. But next one I like to ask a lot of people is best advice for anybody getting into wrestling.
Go to a proper school. Get trained right. No matter what you want to do in the business, get trained right. There's millions of kids out here fucking getting trained the wrong way. There's kids that shouldn't be broken in the business. If you want to get in the business, make sure you fucking at least look like you know how to fucking fight. Look like I went to this training center a few weeks back, and I was watching this kid throw punches. And I was like, bro, have you ever thrown a real punch? And his answer was no. How could you want to be a pro fighter? Pro wrestling is fighting. You want to be a pro fighter and not ever thrown a goddamn punch in real life? You're just, that shit aggravates the fuck out of me. I'm sick of fuck of these 150-pound kids doing strong style and acting like they're gonna fucking knock somebody out. Bro, you couldn't knock me out when I was 12 years old, let alone now. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, no, there's definitely, I've discussed with a lot of people that with the wrestling business, it's about as healthy speaking as in like the amount of choices, but in the amount of choices, that's often giving people that probably wouldn't really ever get on shows a chance. And sometimes there is a reason behind them not getting on the shows. And you're definitely seeing evidence some places of that.
Well, I mean, a big problem is, are you going to want to pay me $200 to come in and do a show when you can get this fucking kid to do it for free?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's where my problem is. Like, these kids are making it fucking impossible for real fucking pro wrestlers to make a goddamn living doing this because you can't compete with free.
Yeah. No,
you can't compete with hot dog and a handshake. We're trying to get paid to do this.
Yeah. No, that is definitely another bad aspect of it. You know, everybody that's trying to, you know, at least make part of a living off of pro wrestling, you know, with everybody that, you know, the whole hot dog and handshake thing, you know, people that are working for that, making it kind of harder for those that are actually trying to, you know, make some money in the business.
Yeah. I mean, and there's nothing against rookies taking, or green kids taking fucking bookings when they can and not getting paid too. But when there's 10,000 of them and fucking 90% of them don't look like they know how to fucking lace up a pair of fucking boots, like it's watered down, and it's what's killing wrestling.
No, there's definitely aspects of that out there, and some of the independent promotions out there that's like, or I know I've seen some of it myself. It is like, what is that person doing out there?
There's more Marco stunts in the goddamn locker room than there are fucking Bam Bam Bigelows, and that's fucking, it's crazy to me. Like, there's all these fucking little kids who none of them look like they can fucking throw a punch, take a punch, anything, and they're out here because they can flip, because they can do an arm drag. Motherfucker couldn't win a fight, though. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, no, that is true. And I mean, you bring up,
there's a problem.
Oh yeah. But you brought up Bam Bam Bigelow there. My opinion, one of the best big men in the history of the whole business. Like, that dude, for the size that he was, being able to move around like he did, holy shit.
Well, Bam Bam was a fucking man. He was my role model growing up, man, bro, for real. Like, I want to get my fucking head tattooed for Bam Bam Bigelow. Like, Bam Bam is the motherfucking man, bro. Everything he did was 100% believable. He had no problem putting people over. He was an athlete. He was a specimen, dude. He was a tough guy, legit fucking tough guy.
Oh yeah. I mean, you bring up him not being against putting people over. I mean, hell, he put Lawrence Taylor over.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It made him look like a fucking $1 million.
I know, right?
Belonged in a wrestling ring.
Oh yeah. No, that I remember wanting to watch that WrestleMania, actually, to be quite honest, for that, because I mean, you know, me being relatively young that I was at the time, I'm trying to remember what age I was actually, but you know, back then, seeing that guy come out with the flame tattoos on his head and stuff, I'm like, just immediately drew my attention.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Hell yeah. I mean, he looked like he belonged. You know what I'm saying? He belonged there. He was where he, like, for sure.
Oh yeah, and then you get into like his stuff in the original ECW, and those two different spots that he had with Taz, where they went through like the ring or the entrance ring, and he definitely looked like the type that, you know, he could legit put you through the ring, the entrance area. Like, you know, some people, it's like you see a spot like that happen, and you're like, yeah, but could they really do that if it wasn't like set up?
There was no doubt in your mind that shit happened with Taz and Bam Bam. You weren't like, oh, that was fucking breakaway. It wasn't breakaway. They fucking went through that ramp.
Oh yeah, nope. I have a whole binder full of wrestling DVDs, and I believe that match, or both of them, are on a couple of them. Like, man, I remember first time I saw that one with I believe it was one was a DDT. I believe that was through the entrance area, but the one in the ring, I think it was him, Taz having the Taz mission on Bam Bam, and they fell back.
Yeah, fucking awesome.
Oh man, some of his, both of their stuff from back then. I mean, if I want to watch some wrestling, more often than not, some of their stuff back then is what I end up watching.
For the ECW shit, it was during my formative years as a fucking teenager, and it fucking just, man, ingrained so much into me. For real, the ECW shit was great.
Oh yeah, and
that was like, and they fucking.
Oh yeah, the way I like everybody who they had tried all those revamping it under different names, and some of it was like it was okay for a little bit, but then they kind of tapered off. But then you have a promotion like GCW, where I've said this about them, where it's like, you know what? If anybody, like, I know that they aren't trying to be like the next ECW, like trying to be like that. But if anybody has done that type of a show, even inadvertently as a tribute to that time period, they have done it probably just about as good as anybody.
Oh, absolutely. I'd say even better than shows like fucking the Hardcore Homecoming and shit like that. GCW is definitely doing better. That they're on fire, bro. GCW, they're definitely the third company in America right now.
Oh yeah,
close to number 2. I mean, Impact really ain't doing shit. GCW might be better, doing better ratings than Impact. I wouldn't doubt it.
I would doubt that myself. I mean, I think the one thing with Impact right now is that the channel that they're on,
AEW,
not too many people even get it.
Yeah. So you forgot about AEW. I forgot that was even a thing for a second.
Oh, yeah. But you have like people like me that, I have Impact Plus, but if I want to watch, like, I know they have an episode that's getting aired tonight, I have to wait till tomorrow to watch it because it doesn't go on Impact Plus until the day after. But in their defense, despite, the shortcomings of the network they're on, when I do get to actually watch their product, they put on a pretty consistently decent product. It's just they don't have the eye on them as, AEW, GCW, WWE, all of them. I mean, GCW with only being on, Fight TV, but that is a better, consistently nationally put out product than, I'm even forgetting the damn network that Impact's on, but they do a better job of putting the products out to a national audience than whatever network Impact's on.
Yeah.
But definitely, like, I like to think people sleep on Impact, but like we've discussed, there are reasons behind them not having the eye on them that, that are on the other products out there. And it's not because of the in-ring work. I'll give them that. But that is about all I have for today. I want to thank you for taking the time to talk to me, and want to get, where can people find you? Where, social media and all that.
I'm only on Facebook at the moment. I tried Twitter once. It lasted about 5 seconds. So, but you can get me on Facebook anytime. Just Bull Bronson. fucking add me up. I'll add you. I got plenty of room still, I think. Yeah, it's the best place to find me. Other than that, catch me on IWTV and a Fight Underground or whatever promotion I show up in. I'm in Springfield on July 16th or 17th, next Saturday, whatever the date is. Wrestling for a Cure, so it's a good cause. It won't be a death match, but like I said, I'm taking on their champion, Big Yoder, and should be a barn burner.
Oh yeah, no, I have a good feeling about that one. Like I said,
I was the barn burner, little pun.
But like I said, thank you for taking the time to talk to me, and best of luck at those shows.
Yeah, thanks for having me, and I appreciate it, brother. It's been good talking with you.